It's the talk of San Diego.
Hey, this is Cassandra with the Talk of San Diego, and I'm here in beautiful Kearney Mesa on a lovely summer day at Do It with Icing. Here they've got everything you might need to accessorize your cakes, your cookies, your cupcakes, your chocolates, anything you might need to make your life a little bit sweeter and a little bit prettier. Now, Linda Bills, the owner, is going to show me some great things we can do with chocolate, so come in with me and let's get it sweet. Cassandra with Talk of San Diego, and we're back. Now, right now we just took out our popcorn out of the freezer. So what's the next step that we have to do?
Now you just have to break it up with your gloves.
Okay.
Just gently break it up.
Okay.
And then it's ready to eat.
All right. I like that.
So as soon as you get, try not to put it on the floor.
Shh, don't tell. Perfect. Is that good?
Okay, a little bit more.
Okay.
And then you can put it in fancy little bags that we have and give it as gifts at Christmas time. Or you can just eat it at home for when you're watching a movie. Okay. So have a piece.
Let me have a bite of this.
Good?
That's very good.
And it's not overwhelmingly sweet. It just has enough to make it good. So we're going to go on now to, we'll put that over there.
I'll put this over here.
And we're going to go on now to make some molded chocolates. And because we live in San Diego, we're going to use a shell theme.
Oh, I like that.
So we have all different kinds of molds. We have thousands of candy molds that you can use every occasion, just about everything. We even have little Lego molds.
Oh, wow.
So you can make your own little Lego blocks and eat them.
Oh, I like that. Probably the most fun Legos I've ever played with.
So here's some white chocolate we're going to use for this.
Okay.
And there's already a spoon in here. So just like you did a minute ago, spooning them into the papers, this is just the same thing. You're just going to put a little bit of chocolate in there. Okay. The main thing about this is you don't want to overfill it.
Okay.
So you put it in and tap it a few times and then see it kind of fills in the mold.
Kind of goes
so
okay.
You don't want to overfill it because then you have feet. And if you have feet on it, you have to eat those.
You have to?
Yeah, because you don't want anybody to see it. Or you can just remelt it.
Okay.
Okay, so try making a few of each of those.
Okay.
The different shapes are a little bit more challenging.
Okay.
This is one of my favorite molds. This has a variety of shapes on it, so you can get one mold and make all different kinds of shells.
So you said that you have hundreds of types of molds here.
Yeah, we do.
What are some really popular ones that people like to use?
Baby shower.
Oh, I bet.
Lots of baby shower things. We have lots of molds for kids and men. We have fireman things. We have Western theme. We have sombreros from Cinco de Mayo.
I like that.
There's just about anything. Okay, let's
Margaritas
move on to a different shape. We did
Okay.
good on these. So we tap it. Oh, see, not quite enough. So we need to. Actually, you don't have to put more in. What you can do, excuse me, is just push the chocolate around a little bit.
Just kind of smush it over.
So you can just bring it over there.
Okay.
It's safer than trying to put in more and then you end up overfilling.
Okay. There we go.
Okay, so those are done. So try, these are real easy, but they're not very thick, so you have to put in just a little bit.
Okay. Try my hand at making some sand dollars. Yeah, I know several of my friends that will be having
A little bit more.
children this year, and I hope you guys don't get any ideas. I'm not that crafty.
You can make these easy. To make little favors is really simple.
Okay.
Okay, fill one more. And then we'll go on to the hard one.
Oh, goodness. All right.
A little bit more in there.
More on that
Just
one?
a little bit more. That's good. After you've done that once, you kind of know.
Okay.
And then again, just tap it. You want to get the air bubbles out. And then we'll put that in. Now the starfish are a little bit harder.
Oh, goodness.
So we're going to work on the starfish next.
I'm flattered
Put
you
the
think so highly.
icing right in the
Okay.
the chocolate right in the middle.
Okay.
And this one you have to give it a little bit of help. So a little more chocolate.
Okay.
Kind of want to fill up that middle part.
Even more?
A little bit more.
Okay. Never say no.
It's always better to be conservative. Okay, and now take your spoon and just push it into the little legs.
Okay.
Now when you're doing that, what's going to happen is you're going to end up with kind of a hole in the middle, so you have to put in a little bit more after you're done.
Okay.
But this one you have to physically put all the chocolate in the feet and then tap it. It'll go all the way. Didn't get quite all the way on that one. And bring it down a little bit more. That's good. And this one.
Okay.
Now the reason you tap is you want to get the air bubbles out.
Okay.
So you tap it, and if there's no air bubbles, you're good.
All right, very good.
Okay, I'll fill some of these.
All right, this is the sampler seashells.
That's the sampler ones, and those are really simple. You just fill them. You don't want to overfill, so even some of these big, heavy, thick ones, you can just fill them like halfway, and they're still going to look fine. See, that one's fine, just
very
like that.
nice.
The ones that are a little bit harder are the little ones.
Are the little ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, some people put the chocolate in a bag. Some people put it in a squeeze bottle.
Okay.
But I, being truly lazy, don't want to have to wash the squeeze bottle. And I use a plastic spoon, and then I can just throw it away.
Okay. So this is the
This is the lazy man's way to do it.
the working smart way to do
Or
it.
the quick and easy.
Quick and easy. I like that. Quick and easy. I feel like I'm back in kindergarten trying to color inside the lines.
But see, it's good. You can do it. And kids are really great at this too.
I bet.
Because it's easy, and they love it because they've made it themselves, and it looks great.
A lot of pride in what they're doing.
It's not hard. Cake decorating is a little bit harder for kids.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
Okay. Now we're going to put these in the freezer for about 5 minutes.
Okay.
Depending on how much stuff you have in your freezer, it will take a little bit longer.
Okay.
Sometimes maybe 10 minutes, but you don't want to leave them longer than that.
Okay.
I go crazy. There's all kinds of books out there that tell you need to leave it in for an hour.
Okay.
That's ridiculous.
Not true.
Not true. Because what happens if you leave it in too long is it gets what they call sugar bloom. And if you've ever put chocolates in your refrigerator and you take them out and they're sticky,
Yes.
that's sugar bloom. And that's because they were in the refrigerator too long.
Okay.
Now you can also freeze them. You know, after you make them, if you want to make them ahead for an occasion, you can freeze them. And for some reason, freezing, they don't get the sugar bloom.
Okay, just for some reason in the refrigerator they do?
Yeah, in the refrigerator they do, because there's more moisture in the refrigerator.
Okay.
So in the freezer, you can wrap them, put wax paper in between the layers, put them in a good Tupperware container or something that's airtight.
Okay.
And then you can leave them in there for a year.
Wow.
And then take them out, put them in the refrigerator overnight, and then pull them out.
Okay.
Now, I have also done lots of wedding cakes where I've made the shells ahead and taken them out and put them right on the wedding cake. Didn't wait for them to thaw, just put them right on there, and they were fine.
Oh, very good.
So you can take them right out, but if you're making like chocolate covered cherries or something, you want to put them in the refrigerator
And get room temperature a little bit.
so they thaw slower.
Okay.
The other thing is you can put the shells, because they're white. White chocolate is much more forgiving. It won't show
I won't show the little
the
sugar blooming
sugar
on it.
blooming. Thank you. I knew what I was trying to say.
You're just a good teacher.
Okay, and that's it for that. And then we're going to go on to actually making some chocolate covered Oreos next.
Yum. Who doesn't love that? Okay. Chocolate covered Oreos.
Ready?
Yes.
Okay. Now, first thing you need is Oreos. That's the
Step
hardest
one.
part, because when you go to do this, someone has already eaten them.
Yeah, I bet that is the case. They hide them very well.
So if you can find your Oreos, then you just open the little container, and we're gonna melt some more chocolate for this. We're gonna melt some milk chocolate. It's easier to do dark chocolate on these than white chocolate, because with white chocolate, the Oreos sometimes shows through. But we're gonna do one in white chocolate while Sarah melts that for us.
Okay. Very good.
Do you have a spoon, Sarah, over there? You need a spoon? Here.
All right, so while we prep for our white and dark chocolate Oreos, this is Cassandra with the Talk of San Diego. See you in a moment.
You are watching the Talk of San Diego. And Don, if you're watching, could you come pick me up after the show? I'm going to need a ride home.
In October, it's almost October now, isn't it? We can say just opened up on Broadway. Hey, we've got a Broadway star right up here for you, Mr. Jimmy Poe.
Thank you. Before I start, how about a big round of applause for John? Big round of applause for Jan. Let's hear it for Dave King and Aaron on the drums. And last but not least, the man of the hour, the man of the century, Mr. Pat Woodward. The hardest working band in show business. hands. Take it, David King. Woo! See us in New York. We're opening up in October. Rain at the Neil Simon Theater.
Hey, let's hear for Jimmy Poe.
You are watching the Talk of San Diego. Back to you and whoever you are starting to bore.
Hey, this is Cassandra, and we're back at Do It with Icing. Now, while we're prepping for our chocolate-covered Oreos, I saw a cake that I know several people will like, and it looks beautiful. Tell me about this wonderful Vino cake.
Well, this is one that I made up just as a sample to show people they can do a beautiful cake without knowing how to decorate a thing.
Me.
You just need an iced cake, and it doesn't have to be perfect.
Okay.
You know, your friends should love you enough to be fine with it if it isn't perfect. This particular one is covered with fondant.
Okay.
And then all you do is put real ribbon. This is real ribbon, and if it's a dark color and you're concerned, you can put a little piece of white ribbon underneath.
Okay.
And then put the colored ribbon.
So it really pops out.
And then we put just little plastic wine bottles that we sell here. And then also, just these are little plastic picks, the autumn leaves. And
very
we
pretty.
also have these little plastic champagne flutes. So I just put the wine bottles randomly around, just kind of evenly, stuck the little picks in until they looked good.
Yeah, it's a little
and then did a little topper thing with the plastic glasses.
Yeah, that's lovely.
And it took me about 10 minutes.
Beautiful. You never would have guessed.
Yes. And so this is a no decorating cake. So
like
we
that.
like to give people ideas that are very simple and stuff that they can look really good,
Yes.
but not drive themselves crazy over.
Yeah, that's gorgeous. Something that I feel like I could manage to pull off.
Sure.
That's wonderful.
So we have all these cutesy little things. We have thousands of plastic things.
That's very cool. I can't wait to look around and see what else we can explore.
Okay.
All right, so we Oreo time?
Oreo time.
Wonderful.
You got the chocolate.
Okay. Well, one of chocolate. This is just too good. There's just temptations galore here. We have our bowl of chocolate. Is that milk chocolate that we use on this one?
This is milk chocolate we're going to use on this one.
Okay.
We need some wax paper.
The wax paper.
Wax paper. We put wax paper on everything. Now, I don't know why, but wax paper seems to work much better than foil.
Okay.
With foil, some of the chocolate tends to stick. Plus, the other thing is with foil, it's more expensive. So use wax paper.
You're watching out for everybody.
I am. And you can also use parchment paper if you have that. But again, it's more expensive.
Okay. Good old wax paper.
So in our classes, even though we're a store and we sell stuff, we try to teach you the easiest way to do things. Now we sell things called dipping forks, and they're metal, and we have some that are plastic, but they cost money.
Okay.
So what we teach the people in our class to do, if you don't want to buy the fancy tools, now some people buy the fancy tools because they want them.
Yes.
You can make your own dipping fork out of a plastic fork.
Okay.
All you do is take this and carefully break out the two middle ones.
Okay.
And they're really strong. These are really good ones. Be careful that they don't fly across the room or poke somebody in the eye.
All right.
But just by breaking these off, you can make your own little dipping fork. So there's a little bit of plastic here. Make sure you get that off.
Okay. A little self-defense too.
Yes.
You need to. And try to take your Oreo.
And then take your Oreo and you're gonna just dip it. Oh, or just drop it, whatever, and put it in there like that, and then scoop it up underneath. And you want to tap off all the chocolate.
Very nice.
This is the hard part, tapping off all the chocolate. Oh, especially if it flips over like that.
It's double
So
coating
just put it again and start going back. You have to be a little bit careful with this.
Okay.
Because they'll flip off like that one just did.
Balance and
But
finesse.
see, there's still chocolate here, so you want to keep tapping it until it pretty much stops dripping chocolate.
So it's gonna get the feet.
Yeah,
you're
because you
talking
don't,
about.
right, you don't want to get a big foot on it. And so this is pretty good. See, a little bit, but I don't want to push my luck. So we're going to do that, bring it over to the wax paper, put it down, and slide out the fork.
that's
And look how beautiful that
perfect.
is.
Yeah, it's absolutely.
They're
perfect.
covered much better than the ones you buy in the package.
Yes.
And they're going to taste better.
Okay.
So now it's your turn.
All right.
You want me to throw it in for you?
Cannonball.
Yeah, so just throw that in.
Okay. Just flip it over. Oop, lost it.
Better get some gloves on.
Okay. Here we go.
Tap gently.
Let's see if I have the balance to not flip my Oreo.
Yeah, better than me.
You're just showing me what not to do. Teaching me both aspects. Okay, does that look about right?
Yeah,
A
that's
little
good.
more? Okay.
That's pretty good. So bring it over there.
All right.
Tilt it down, yeah, and slip the fork out. There you go.
Voila.
Perfect.
There we go.
Good job.
Thank you very
So
much.
let's do some more because I know the people at your work would like to have some more than one of these.
They probably won't be upset
drop
about that.
in. Cover it. Make sure you cover it really good. That's all right. No, not covered enough. Just flip it. Push it all the way down.
Oh, okay.
Push it, there you go.
Make it
And then
swim.
pick it up. Oops. And when you tap, that'll make the top go smooth.
Okay, so it looks
There,
very
you're
nice.
right on the edge. Be careful. You're gonna lose this one, I think.
Might need a
Kind
spotter.
of move it back a little bit if you can. Yeah, there you go. That's good. Okay. Now you're almost ready. That's pretty good. When you just have real skinny little strings, then it's good to go. Perfect.
Voila.
See how easy? You're a pro at this. You're doing great.
Thank
Have you ever
you.
done this before?
I never have. Well,
See?
I've never done this. I've tried this, but I've never done this.
See, sometimes it helps to take a class.
Yes.
'Cause
Oh,
you
I
learn
can
the
see
little
why.
tricks.
Yeah, the little nuances that will help you.
Well, a lot of times
Look like a pro.
they tell you to do stuff that doesn't work very well, and that makes me kind of crazy.
Oh, I see these cooking shows, and
that's
she's
good.
like, just chop and dice and do a backflip and blindfold. It'll be very easy. I can't do that.
Make another fork. Excuse me, sorry. Make another fork so we can dip one in white chocolate just to see the
Yum,
difference.
yum.
Oh, and we also, now you've made these look so pretty,
Okay.
but we also have little things to decorate them that we sell, already made.
Okay.
Again, making you look like a total professional. So graduation's coming up, so we can just put one of these little sugar graduation things
Little
on
grad
there.
caps.
And so for graduation, you'll be all set. Don't stick your fingers in it like I just did.
Very nice.
Keep going. You need to do more.
Okay, more.
And then if you don't want to do graduation, you can add just little flowers.
Very pretty.
These gloves are getting in my way.
Great.
Move
Holiday
over.
or birthdays.
Yeah, and we have flowers and we have palm trees and surfboards and all kinds of things.
No matter the occasion.
So we have all kinds of things, and we have lots of baby booties and things like that that
Uh-huh.
you can put on these, and they look fabulous. Okay, I'm gonna dip one in white chocolate just to
Okay.
show you that it's not quite so easy in white chocolate.
All right, I'll leave that to you.
Okay, actually, let me have one of the bowls if you would.
Absolutely.
Because again, I don't want to contaminate the whole amount. That's fine. Some more here, it's fine. There you go. Just a dirty one. It already has Oreo stuff in it. But anytime that you're going to dip something in the chocolate, you want to separate it from the big bowl of the main bowl,
So that way doesn't
so to
get
speak. So,
everything in it.
yeah, so it doesn't get contaminated.
Okay.
Like if you're dipping strawberries, the same thing. If you're dipping strawberries, be sure that you have a separate little bowl for them unless you're going to use the whole pound.
Okay. Just
Now,
let me-
as you can see, the Oreo is going to show through on this white no matter how much you put on it. So they don't look so beautiful with white chocolate. And I'm just showing you so that you know
Okay.
that I'm not kidding around.
Dark and milk chocolate's gonna be your best
So,
looking.
dark
bet.
and milk chocolate is going to be best. Too bad I've never done these before. I keep dropping mine. You're doing great.
I've been learning from the master.
Really? Yeah. Because the master's not doing so good over here. All right, one more time. If this falls off again, I'm just going to eat it.
Third time's a charm.
I hope so. Okay, so there's the white. So it looks okay, but you'll still see a little bit of the chocolate showing through. So you want to place a couple of these on there?
Sure.
A couple little flowers on there.
Okay, these are perfect.
So you can see.
There we
The
go.
little gloves get in the way.
Yeah.
There you go. Perfect.
Do some
Little
flowers.
flower. A little flower on that
That one
one.
needs a flower.
And we're good to go. Same thing with these now. We see these are already beginning to set,
Okay.
but if we put them in the freezer, they'll set in like 2 minutes.
It takes a couple minutes. Just
Yeah.
blast
So it just, and the other thing is if you put them in the freezer, they'll be shinier when they come out.
Oh, okay, so you look nicer.
Okay. Now our shells done, probably? Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go back to our shells that we put in the freezer. I'll get these guys out of the way.
Okay, great. So while we get ready to bring up my delicious chocolate shells back out, quick break, and then we'll be back. This is Cassandra, Talk of San Diego.
Due to time constraints, we move ahead in our program to more than likely an even more tediously boring, uninteresting part of the show. We sincerely apologize to any remaining listeners. Thank you.
How much fun was that? We got to learn so much here at Do It With Icing. We made some delicious butterscotch popcorn, some chocolate-covered Oreos, some really pretty chocolate seashells covered with luster dust, and my personal favorite, the chocolate champagne suckers. Wow, so much fun. And what's really cool too is that the San Diego Cake Club meets here once a month on Mondays. Really great philanthropic company that they help raise money for Ronald McDonald House, for the Muscular Dystrophy Association. So if you want to help support them, come here to Do It With Icing. Check out their cakes, check out their website, okay? DoItWithIcing.com has all your class schedules, all the information you need to make your life and your cakes a little bit sweeter. This is Cassandra with The Talk of San Diego. Check us out at thetalkofsandiego.com, and I will see you next time.
Take the slack up in case your baby leave you alone. You're gonna need a backup. She might just say pack up. You better find yourself a second home. You might have a blowout. You might even get thrown out. But don't you be no fool and get caught without a spell. You don't want to end up with the short end of the deal. You're in the middle of a love crisis. My personal advice is you're gonna need a backup. Someone to take the slack up. In case your baby you're gonna need one. You alone. Hey, you're gonna need a backup. She might just say back up. You better find yourself a second home. Now loving on the edge is such a dangerous game. When there's no safety net to catch you when you fall, you gotta be aware and fully prepared. There's not much you can do when your back's against the wall. You're gonna need a backup. You're gonna need someone to take the slack up. In case your baby leave you alone. You're gonna need a backup. She might just say back up. You better find yourself a second home. Now listen, don't be the one left in the cold with no love of your own and no place to go. A little insurance ain't never hurt no one. If you wanna land on your feet after the deal is done, you're gonna She might just say pack up